This is your Evening Essentials meteorologist Danielle Noyes here, and we've been hard at work behind the scenes prepping to launch our new 1 degree outside weather stream, a first for New England. 3 days until we launch. It's going to be everything you love about the weather, all of our content in one spot. You'll be able to watch the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll see an update on our app in a few days as well. Tap to watch with the streaming now icon on there 24/7. Our members have gotten a little exclusive sneak peek these last few weeks, been able to give their feedback as well. We've got 4 different membership levels here. Lots to choose from. All the information on how to sign up, continue to support the 1 Degree Outside mission is at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. Thank you to everybody for your continued support. Now, dew point out there is up there. It's not oppressive, but you notice we do have some lower 60s, so it's ticked up a notch. You may notice the difference, particularly along the south coast where the dew point's closer to 70 degrees. Still a little bit of drier air hanging on, especially across northern Maine. Now, there have been a few showers and downpours already cropping up out there across Vermont, far northern Maine. Otherwise, it's partly to mostly cloudy and we'll cruise back from the 70s into the 60s, but there will be additional showers and storms that fire up in northern New England and some Cape Cod rain as well as a little wave of low pressure goes by. So let's time things out this evening. Notice by the time we get to mid to late evening, Vermont in particular, a couple scattered showers and downpours. Thunderstorms that are on the stronger side coming out of upstate New York should weaken as they come into the Champlain Valley between about 8 and 9 p.m. And then notice the rest of us, clouds fill in. There'll be some patchy fog. We drop back into the 60s tonight. Pockets of rain on Cape Cod, a couple of downpours, particularly the outer Cape to Nantucket by the time we get to early tomorrow morning. And some of these showers and downpours may sneak up to the South Shore briefly or southeastern Massachusetts early before they depart. Otherwise, some pockets of rain through Vermont and the far north country with some rumbles of thunder tomorrow morning. And then what happens during the afternoon is we get some breaks of sun. There's a cold front, and that will help to fire up some scattered thunderstorms tomorrow through the interior. You notice by the time we get to early afternoon, say about midday, 1 p.m., these start to crop up. Scattered in action. Not everyone sees one, but they do sweep through from west to east. Some locally heavy rainfall, some lightning, brief gusty wind possible. And you notice these are generally winding down between about 7 and 8 p.m. There may be 1 or 2 that linger in far eastern New England and particularly in eastern Maine. That's as less humid air comes in. The cold front crosses the region. The wave of low pressure is out to sea and is off to our east, but briefly brings that rain on Cape Cod early tomorrow. And then a lot of the remainder of the week, as you plan things out, is fairly quiet. You do notice low humidity each afternoon. You notice a good amount of sunshine, a few clouds mixed in. Temperature slightly cooler than average. Notice there may be some building clouds and a stray sprinkle or 2 each afternoon, actually in the mountains. And then by the time we get to later Thursday, here comes the next cold front, and that will bring a chance for some thunder in northern New England Thursday. And the farther south you come, we'll watch the timing of that, may up the risk of a shower or thunderstorm as we head into Friday. Meanwhile, I want to bring you an update on Tropical Storm Fernand. We're talking about out over the ocean, a tropical storm with gusts to 50 miles per hour. And Fernand is going to stay out over the ocean and continue to move off to the north and east here, about 40 to 60 mile per hour winds in the coming days, but it may actually weaken with a little bit of wind shear that's involved here. So storm for the fishes. Nonetheless, there are some bigger waves, nothing compared to Erin, of course, that are along and particularly outside of its storm center to the east. Speaking of waves, current wave action is still about 3 to 5 feet across the coastline of New England. It's come down substantially, but the rip current risk does remain in place today and again tomorrow, particularly in the morning till early afternoon before it then really subsides after that. 4 to 8 foot seas too, you see here with that little wave of low pressure offshore, particularly from George's Bank back up towards the Northeast Channel tomorrow morning and afternoon. Then things will really slowly subside on Tuesday. Emerald Basin back down to Browns Bank, still about 6 to 8 foot seas, but the closer you are to the coastline, it's 2 to 4 footers. So the small craft advisories will eventually come down. And then you do notice by the middle and end of the week, much lower wave action, 3 feet or less, but anticipate some additional rip current risk tomorrow morning to afternoon, maybe even early on Tuesday as well. So there'll be some churned up seas and spots. Predicted wave height towards Thursday, and obviously leading into a busy boating weekend for the unofficial end of summer. Looks fairly low right now, but we'll keep you posted on that. Also want to show you one other disturbance we're keeping an eye on. This is over the lesser Antilles Islands right now. Notice they're not overly organized, but there's a cluster of thunderstorms that's sitting just east of the Windward Islands, and this has a chance of developing as it continues westward motion here. National Hurricane Center putting it at a 40% chance. May become a named storm. If it does, it would become named Gabrielle as it continues to move over the south central Caribbean over the next several days. So we'll keep you posted on that. All right, high temperatures, 70s north, 80s south. Very comfortable for our Monday, although it will be a little humid, particularly in the morning. Northern New England, we start to dry out. As it is a day to be weather aware with some of the scattered thunderstorms that do crop up. We're not expecting widespread severe weather, but obviously in any thunderstorms that develop, some brief heavy rain and lightning will be a key. Watch things on our interactive radar on the app. Helpful tool for sure. You can open up the windows and let the fresh air in for tomorrow night. Look at this. Northern New England, we get some 40s. It'll feel cool. 50s for a lot of the rest of us to lower 60s, but that less humid air comes in, setting us up for a beautiful Tuesday. Sun and clouds, but a little bit fallish. And we've had these days, right, where we're 65 to 70 in far northern New England, but 70s to lower 80s the farther south you come. Wind out of the west, maybe just light enough, particularly late in the day, for some local sea breezes to kick in. I do think on Wednesday, a few more clouds in place, a little upper level energy swinging through. We'll build some clouds in the sky in the afternoon after a sunny start, maybe a sprinkle in the mountains, and temperatures come down a little notch too, generally running in the low to mid 70s on Wednesday afternoon. You can, of course, track it all on our app, free on the App Store and Google Play. If you already have it, thank you for downloading it. Best practices on how to use it at app.onedegreeoutside.com. And don't forget our merchandise, including gift cards, is at swag.onedegreeoutside.com.